Well, I wanted to demonstrate the way this plugin works. So right now I'm at inbox page. So before you actually start working on it, you have to configure the SMTP and IPOP settings of this particular plugin. So you got four options over here. So first is delivery settings. So this is individual user SMTP configuration. So actually there are two types of configurations, SMTP configurations. One is here in delivery, and then if you go to other settings, you will have system email delivery settings. So this is system wide. That means the default SMTP delivery settings. So let's say you are using a website abc.com. So, and if you use a third-party uh, form plugin or something like that, and so you want the user to send the form to you through the email. So in that case, the email settings the system is going to use is going to be these. So you can keep them to default settings, as in this case. Uh, you can use that. You can use that. I guess that's the most appropriate for shared web hosting. Also, you can also use third-party settings. And right now, I'm using default settings over here. And for delivery settings, which are individual user SMTP configurations, I'm using my own email address, which is this. So then next is IMAP POP3 settings that you can configure. So you can configure IMAP or POP depending upon your usage, and also you have a few other options that I'm going to explain in a while. And then there is this default body text. Actually, this is the text that you are going to use as a default text for your email. This is going to be then called whenever you use a particular shortcode that I'm going to explain in the new email section. So before that, let's go back to IMAP and POP3 session. Here you have actually a few things that I want to explain. These are pretty much these are the credentials that you're going to get from your email service provider. These three are what I need to explain. Okay, the way IMAP or POP3 works is that it's going to look for new emails in your inbox. So for that we use cron jobs. So you have varying amount of time that you can use for the cron job. The standard time that I recommend is between 1 to 5 seconds, depending upon your load on your website. So also there is this cron job type. This well, actually I added that for a very good reason. You see, there are two types of cron jobs. One is WordPress. Let me stop the already running cron job before proceeding. Just a minute. Okay. One is Rail cron job, and second WordPress cron job. So the thing is, the WordPress cron job doesn't work unless you are in the page, admin page, or logged in into your website. At least the website should be open. If not, the WordPress cron job is not going to work. So the real cron job is actually the cron job that runs on your server. So even if your website is not active, I mean nobody has opened your web page, still it's going to run in the background. So in IMAP POP3 case, it's recommended to use Rail cron job, but for some reason if you are to use WordPress cron job, then there is the option. So next thing is the IMAP engine that we have over here. Actually, we have two different type of engines. They perform same functionality, but they use different methodology to perform those same functionalities. So the first one is standard IMAP POP engine that is provided by PHP IMAP extension. The second one is provided by Eden. It's an open source project, so we can have integrated that over here with a little modifications, which like attachment settings and stuff like that. Eden does not have a good attachment handling system in itself, so I integrated that one in here. So okay, why the need of using two different engines came in first place? The thing is, there are websites like web hosting like GoDaddy or any other web hosting that provides shared hosting. Most likely the chances are that the PHP IMAP extension is disabled, so this engine is not going to work in those cases. So in that cases it's better to use Eden, but if you're using VPS, or if your hosting server is not blocking PHP IMAP extension, then you should use this one. Otherwise they both perform the same functionality, so it doesn't matter which one you use, but it's recommended to use the standard one, so because PHP IMAP extension is handled by Apache, so it's not going to cause any issues, and then you can actually test the connection. So before going further into IMAP stuff, I would like to complete the delivery settings, SMTP settings. So right now I have set it up for Gmail. So you should know that Gmail does not allow third party to access the account unless you provide the permission to do so. So for that you have to go to the Gmail settings and enable less secure application access, something like that, and also disable reCAPTCHA, which I have already done. So right now I'm using port 587, which is for TLS session, and this is my username and password. So let's just simply send a test email to see if it works. Everything's working fine. Okay, so the message has been sent, so most likely I'm going to receive an email over here. Let me go. So it's going to send the email address to the one who's logged in. So I'm logged in with the email. Let me open that. I've got 3 emails in parallel. So this is what I'm using for the account that I'm using right now. Okay, my internet's slow, so it's going to take a while to load. It's also going to take a while in doing stuff on the local host. So that's the test email that I just got. So this shows that everything's working fine with SMTP configuration. So save that. So once saved, we can actually go to new email just for sending few emails. So you have multiple options over here, like you can go and send it to individual user or to more than one user, also to customers or users, So if you choose all users, going to send email to all user excluding customers, and if you choose all customers, is only going to send them to all customer, but if you choose both, it's going to send them to both of them. So let me write it. Dummy subject. Then you have template options. So I have a few templates that I built. You are, if you want, you can click on that, or you can go there and click on that section and build a new template. So if you click on that, it's going to take you to a new page. So you got template builder here. Is going to load the template stuff that needs to carry on. So it's rendering. So you might feel that it's slow because the reason is that I'm recording the screen. So with the screen recorder, for some reason the local host becoming slow. So this is the default template that you're gonna see. So you can change that according to whatever you want to make. For example, let's say upload image. Let's say I use some image from Google. You can simply copy the URL in there. You can give it full width if you want. You have also different options like alignment. In this case, already aligned to the whole div, so it won't work. And also, if you wanted to make a link, so you can simply type in URL and there, it's going to turn that into a link. And then there is text and stuff like that. You can actually put more things in there by putting some more rows and then putting content in those rows like button and stuff. I should put that over here. And also you can redesign that if you want. For example, if you want it to be more like that. So let's say I want half of that to be like that. So you see the text change, or if you want, you can actually increase the size, whatever you want to do with that. So once that's done, you can save it. So template saved. You can go back and refreshing that. Dummy subject. I've got dummy template. I saved it twice, so you have that. You can change the title over here you want. So we got shortcodes over here. So there are two types of shortcode. One is sender's shortcode. That means you, information related to you is represented by this shortcode. And then there's recipient shortcode. So the way you use these are different than the way you use these, because the way this email plugin handles these shortcodes that it composes the body section for individual recipient, because each recipient is going to have his own information corresponding to these shortcodes. So in order for that to take an effect, you have to check this box. So this tells the plugin to use the section of the code that generates information from these shortcodes. The reason is if you compose an email address for each user, is going to take time. So you have to tell the plugin that you are up for it. So if you disable that and use these shortcodes, it's going to print as it is. But if you want to replace them with the relevant information, you have to check the box. So let me just for now use a shortcode that's going to be my name. And let me just tiny attachment, attach a tiny attachment up. Let's attach that. So we have body content, we have the subject, we have the recipient email address, we have the attachment. So we have stuff that we are going to show you to check if this composition section is working fine. Also we have placed that shortcode in there. So let's send. So it's going to send that attachment, it's going to upload that to the server and then send that to the SMTP server. So we just might be getting that email pretty soon. Alright, so we got that email. Let's see. So here it is. So as you can see, that highlighted shortcode is now converted into highlighted name, first name after a sender, and other stuff is there as well, and that's the attachment. So what I'm going to do now is go to all user section. So this is what's going to come up when you go to the user section or go for customers or any particular user role that you have in your website. So you can go, you'll have this extra column over here that's going to tell you to if you want to send the email. So just simply click on that. It's going to open the new email section with the email address of the one over here, that particular email address. So you can send the email if you want directly from there. And also if you okay, another thing I want to show you, there are different sections of the emails, different categories like inbox sent. So the email we just sent is going to be in the sent section. So it's taking some time to load because the screen recorder is taking toll on my local host. So this is the email that we just sent 3 minutes ago, the dummy one. with the attachment. So if I click on that, so it's going to show you to whom you sent, what the subject, what you sent, and eventually the attachment that you sent. The attachments are going to be placed at the bottom, and this is what you sent him. So it's in the iframe, so there's not going to be any external interference with the design. Also, you can actually forward the email if you want to anyone, and delete them in the bulk if you want. So if you want to delete the email from any other section, then the deleted section is going to go to the deleted section, which is your trash can actually. So no email is going to be deleted unless you delete them from the trash can. So whenever you delete an email from any other section than your other than the trash can, they are going to go to the trash can, as in this case. So unless you delete them permanently, they're going to stay in the trash can. Also, you can send one back, the one you mistook and deleted, so it's a good backup. So that is pretty much for SMTP and template creation and other inbox sender of deleted section introduction in this video. In the next video I'm going to show how to use IMAP, form builder, and how we receive emails. I'm going to show you about PHP IMAP and Eden extension, and also both of these cron jobs and how they work. So I'll see you in the next video.